Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Cure for the Common Game. We're gonna go through since I started like 3 years ago. We're gonna go through and like do a video. Probably I don't know how long it's gonna run. My target is to get through the first 100 decks in one video. 1 through 100, 101 through 200, stuff like that. Just to kind of recap where we're at and what I've done. Now, I'll admit some of these early videos in this first block here are some of these early ones were before I got this camera, this computer, uh, just everything. Some of these were really rough, but anyway, we're gonna go and however long it is, it's however long it is. Deck number one, Atraxa, Predator's Voice. That is Atraxa Super Friends. I've kind of tweaked it several times now. I think there's three versions up. As you can see, it's currently sitting in timeout. I played it May 7th of 19. According to my local play group, after May 7th, I can play it again. They have a timeout for some of my decks, which is not a problem. I understand. Deck number two, Barktooth Warbeard from Legends, red green, tribal beards. Everything in the deck, besides lands, has a beard. Number three is Gitrog Monster. Not terribly innovative there. It's a lot of the Gitrog things like you're probably expect would be in there. Deck number four, Avacyn, Angel of Hope. Now that is, there's no hope in that deck. That's the Beautiful Disaster. It's got like, I don't know, bunch of, all that's in it is lands, mana rocks, and blow up the world spells. That's it. It's like even thirds. So there's like 30 blow up the world spells. It's nasty. Thrasios and Kydele. The blue-green Thrasios Kydele shenanigans. Y'all know what I'm talking about with the Ember Man on the Infinite Mana and doing all the things. Zuri Golden Feather, number six, Tribal Griffins, because, yeah. I love me some obscure tribes. Y'all know that. Fettelgriff, deck number seven. Fettelgriff is built, that's from Alliances. It came out in 96, and I built the deck like I would have built it in 1996. There are no cards past 96 in there. Marilyn of the Morn Song. That deck is like a 14-card deck. It's got the ad nauseum combo and the instant win, and you cast Marilyn, and if you untap with her, you just win. Azusa, Lost But Seeking. I need to actually finish. Some of these have the old labels but I need to label these because we might actually get another Azusa that does something different that's named differently, and I don't want to get that confused because, old guy, that's what I do. Anyway, Land Shenanigans, love to play that one. Grinzo Dungeon Warden at deck number 10. That is he checks, that's my Relentless Rat deck, because when he checks, you make X equals 0, and his power is 2, so when you activate him and check the bottom card of your library, Relentless Rat, when not in play, is a 2/2. Yep, kind of shenaniganery. Deck number 11, Tomorrow, Azami's Familiar from Kamigawa block. It's mono blue, does the weird card draw. Well, I don't draw cards. Nobody draws cards, but I have replacement, that kind of thing. Deck number 12, Bruna. That's the first Bruna, the aura stealing one, and that's kind of what it does. Brea, Ethereum Sculptor, number 13. That's a normal Brea. I know there's a million ways to play Brea, but there's nothing you wouldn't expect there. Elish Norn, mono white. I spelled Elish wrong. Got to fix that. Did I label that or somebody else label it? I don't remember. It's probably me. Deck number 15, Sharoom the Pokemon, Hegemon. That one right there, it makes me happy and sad at the same time. Not too long after I did the deck, there was some I sold the deck. I did. Channel was still new. I was still had like most of these like just already built. That was in my rotation, like the first probably 50 or 60 were. But I sold Sharoom, felt terrible about it, regretted it. It's the last cards I've ever parted with, and that's been like 2.5 years ago or something. So piece by piece, I got the cards. Took me several years, put it back together. Sharoom the Hegemon. Yeah, it's got the land or the Thopter. Yeah. Corona the False God is Tribal Gods. Now, I don't have, like a lot of the new gods I don't have in there, but as some I do, some I don't. I'm not sure which ones I'm missing, but it's Tribal Gods, because, why not, right? Karn Silver Golem is Tribal Golems, all colorless, of course. Piano Nomad Captain at number 18. Tasigur. Tasigur is another deck that is probably 15, 20 cards, because of the crazy combo. Karametra, creature landfall stuff. All that shenanigans at number 20. We'll go down here to Teriel at deck number 21. Of course, that's the tap, get a random card out of a graveyard, or random creature out of a graveyard. Olivia Volarden, that's right. I actually misspelled that one on purpose. It was an old joke, but that's she's the one-woman army right there. I mean, that's a influence from when I played that in Standard at the time. Ural Mistalker, of course, the hardcore aura. Man, it's mean. To Invictus Asmati at number 24. Teferi at number 20. Teferi Mage of Chicago is actually one of the decks that sits in timeout quite a bit, because Teferi is it's mono blue shenaniganery with infinite stuff, and I call it Mage of Chicago because the commander is altered to look like Michael Jordan, because demand. Gerard Compassion, I want to say that's Tribal Soldiers. At number 26, number 27 is Phoenix. That's the mill toughness, so there's some walls and some milling stuff going on there. Deck number 28 at Ruik Thar. All creatures and lands except for Primal Surge, and you just, when you play Primal Surge, you win. Illidanri is Tribal Elves. That's going to be a theme, by the way. Zur the Enchanter. There's not the broken Zur stuff in there. It's just a fun Zur deck. It doesn't have the, instant win stuff. Talrand at number 31. Now, Talrand, this one I want to change because, like I said, this is way back, but this Talrand is Million Counterspell Talrand, which personally I just don't find fun. And number 2, mainly because, I'm a lot better deck builder than I am a player, and a lot of times I'll just forget the counterspells in my hand. I don't know, I'm a bad noob, but and also it's just not a lot of fun for the table. I think card draw Talrand is the way to go, because it just feeds itself better. Nebuchadnezzar is Tribal White Border. Yeah, I know I used the term tribal loosely, but every card in there is white border. It's Nebuchadnezzar. Was that blue-black? Izmira Holy Avenger. White-green from like the Mirage block. 34 Ascendant Evencar, mono black. Black Anthems, pretty much. Memnarch. Anne Rice had a book years ago, Memnarch the Devil, and that's what I think about every time I see Memnarch, because, man, he is mean. The whole deck is nothing but like mana ramp, just to steal your stuff so I can steal more stuff. Whew. High Tide on a Stick's amazing card. Sun Quan, the horsemanship guy, of course, at 36. 37 is Kresh the Blood Braided, followed by 38 Dragon Lord Atarka, dragons, of course. 39 is Gerard Golgari Lichlord. 40 is Numot the Devastator. 3-color land destruction, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken. Vertaloth the Ancient at number 42. Crom. Yes, I know it's a partner, but he got his own deck. Or that card got its own deck, I'm not sure. At number 42. And they have the Worthy at 43. Heliod, that's the, of course, I will probably have to put his subtitle on there too, because I feel like we're going to get another Heliod soon. But that's the mono white one. Queen Marchesa. Oh man, that's a beautiful, beautiful card. It's hard to make that deck bad, Unspeakable Symbol is just an amazing Magic card. Azuri Renegade Leader, another tribal elf. Of course, that's the Azuri that has the Alpha Run ability, which is sweet. SRAM with our, I think that's SRAM Equipment's Brawl, Rishkar, another elf. Well, that elf deck is kind of elf +1 counter. I think it's more +1 counter synergy than elf. A lot of this is relying on memory. I haven't played some of these in a while. Um, maybe I need to like. That's a good idea. Like post-it note the last time I played them, and that way I know what I haven't played and what I haven't. You know what? We're almost at the end of the year. I'm going to start doing that in 2020. Is when I play a deck, I'll put a post-it note on it when the last time I played it was, so that I can look at the end of 2020 and be like, huh, I didn't play, I don't know, probably 500X. Anyway, where are we at? Yahini at number 50. We got Gisela Golden Knight at 51, a Chrome Angel of Wrath. That's the red one, I do believe, at 52. Skittles the Blight Dragon. I'm not going to try to pronounce that word because, I can't. But that is not like Infect. That is Tribal Skeletons, okay? Tribal Skeletons. There aren't that many legendary skeletons. I believe that may be the only one, or at least at that time. There's been a lot this way, but at that time, I think that was the only one. It may still be. But it is kind of scary putting that in the command zone because people automatically think, well, he's just going to, Sabo Tavok from Invasion. That is red-black, tap kill a creature. It's like just removal deck. Brian Stoutarm, one of my favorites. This is one of the oldest, actually. I've had this one for years and years. Since Brian came out in Lorwyn, it's red-white, Boros Giants. So that's kind of sweet. Tobias Andrion is, I want to say, is that the Pauper one? I'm relying on memory here. Some of the stuff is saved in the memory, but, I have trouble bringing it up on the screen. But the Tobias Andrion, thanks to Chronicles, I think made that common, the reprint. And I want to say that's an all-commons deck, if I'm remembering correctly. Obviously, I haven't played it in a while. Sakashima, the Imposter, that is all like clones, copies. That's all the deck does. It's a very good 75% deck because your deck is only as good as your opponent's. So, hey. Daxos the Return, of course, the black-white enchantment. I didn't get a new label there. Radiant Archangel, of course, is Tribal Angels, but it probably should be Tribal Flyers. But Radiant was the angel who was over Sarah's realm, who was kind of running things when Sarah was not there. She was the one that told Urza that he needed to go off somewhere when Urza said, look, I'm going to blow up your... Anyway. Ruhan. That Ruhan of the Fomori, that's random because it's a 7/7 for 4 mana that has to attack a random opponent each turn. But every card in that deck uses the word random. You cannot choose anything. Everything's random. And then when I run out of random cards, I went to coin flipping. So you really don't know what's going to happen with Ruhan. It's just pure chaos. Ishkana. Now, Ishkana was... deck number 61 has like always been tribal spiders. But it started off as Kesa, and then once we finally got the other, the green spider legend, it became that, and then we got Ishkana, which is green-black, and I was like, wow, so I could play it with, like, removal? Sweet. Sidar Jabari, that's flanker from Mirage, and I want to say it's flanking Ki Takahashi, another white border, all white border deck, because I even used white sleeves with that one. Kikijiki the Mirror Breaker. Kamigawa, you know what I'm talking about. It's that Kikijiki deck. Reaper King. Oh, Reaper King is so dumb, especially with the changelings. And as good scarecrows have came out, of course, I've updated the scarecrows with it. Karthus Tyrant of Jund, steal all the dragons. All the dragons. Azami Lady of Scrolls for when you just gotta draw some cards. Nylea, God of the Hunt, of course, that's I think that's Green Devotion. Chandra, Fire of Kaladesh, that's the flip Chandra, from Origins. I guess we're getting into Origins now, aren't we? Sassia, There's I think there's like 70 lands in this deck, in deck number 70, or what a coincidence. Anyway, there's a bunch of lands in it. It's the one where you tap, you reveal your hand, and if you have 7 or more lands in it, it flips, and your lands are like coat of arms lands. Like, say, each forest you tap adds a green for each forest you control. So if you've got 5 forests, each one taps for 5. Yeah, it's dumb. And of course, just mana dumps for days. Lovisa Cold Eyes. Now, she is a champion for 3 creature types, and I want to say I used them all to some degree. Seemed like I went stronger in one of them. Joy of the Gitu is 72. That's what you think it is. All the suspend cards, blue, red suspend from the Time Spiral block, I think was Future Sight, is what she was from. So you're suspending those big, stupid cards, that cost 10, 12, 15 mana, things like that. Rafik of the Mini, one-man army, what can you say? The Exalted Double Strike, 3-color, he's coming for you. Sashiro the Anointed, one of the snakes from Kamigawa block. Jin-Gitaxias, the Blue Praetor, Mono Blue Praetor. Ashling the Pilgrim. Wow, I have some spelling mistakes, folks. Ashling the Pilgrim. 77 is Patron of the Moon. That's right. It's got Moonfolk offering. It's actually Mono Blue Landfall. Anafinza the Foremost is 78. Kangi at 79. That is Tribal Birds. Cathopsid, Mono Black at number 80. 81 is Dakin Blackblade, which I don't know. If I haven't gone back and added a Blackblade Reforged in there, then I need to be just... Oh, I want to say that I did. Now, all of these decks that you're seeing today have been listed on Archidekt. So every one of these have, of the first 100. My line, of course, is right here. So when we get to the next video, it's going to be not so much. But deck number 82 is Surak Dragonclaw. That's, he does, is that the Power 5 guy? Power 4 guy? The Ferocious guy. That's right. Hapatra. Oh my gosh. I love Hapatra. Black-green. Spreading around of the -1/-1 counters. Really cool. Niv Mizzet the Firemind. Yeah, I ain't got to tell y'all what that is. You know exactly what that is. Oketra. Of course, this is the very first Oketra. Mono white. 86. Mono blue Kefnet. That's obviously the very first Kefnet. That's the Masterpiece deck. That's the deck that I have all the Masterpieces in. It's dumb. It's not good. I just wanted to cram all the Masterpieces I had in one deck. Bantu. Oh, wow. Did I do that? I did the Gods in Wooburg order from the same set. White, blue, black, red, green. I'm sure I did that on purpose back then, but I don't remember it, so... Mono black, mono red. And I believe Hazoret, I have the Invocation, or the Masterpiece. And of course, Ronus, the Green God. Samut, doing all them creature hasty shenanigans. Down here to deck number 91. Molimo Morrow Sorcerer. Was that Dollar Tree? I want to say that was Dollar Tree. I had a challenge, a deck building challenge, to where... the challenge was to build a deck with no cards worth more than $1. And I think I built the entire deck for just under $20. I mean, TCG value, $20, because Molimo is lands in play, I want to say. It was one of those where, like, every card was land fetch, and it was just about just turboing out the land, and then... playing a big old commander. Anyway, Tamayo the Enema, Power 5. Lots of good stuff. Krinko Mob Boss. Oh man, just untappy shenanigans with the, you know, getting of the goblins. Cal, that's the black discard legend from Portal 3 Kingdoms. It's a lot of discard. A lot of discard. Ayobi, who split the heavens. You cast a Spirit or Arcane spell and you get like a 3/3 flyer. Sign me up. Yeah. Thromok. Thromok is the Devour X. You know, so every time I play the deck, I always want to get at least 100 counters on Thromok. I don't know. It's just a personal thing. You'd be surprised how many times I've had 100 general and lost. Jasmine Boreal is also, I want to say that is Yasmin. Oh, I keep calling it Yasmin because of that movie I watched way back with Antonio Banderas. Anyway, I don't remember Jasmine. I know what the card does, but it's a vanilla legend from Legend. She's blue-white, and I don't know what I did with blue-white. Commander Isha is Tribal Birds. Freyalice is the number 99. That is the Planeswalker Freyalice. And then number 100, the very first, the very first Centennial deck I did was the Sliver Queen. And it is, Tribal Slivers, obviously, with the Queen at the helm. And that is the first 100, as they say. So that's what I've got. I will... I don't know if I'll give it a couple days before I do like the next 100, but like these, as you can tell, right there is where the line is. I've got those listed on Architect, and then the spotty ones. I guess you can tell the decks I played Friday here, huh? That's sometimes when I go to play on Friday or whatever, I'll look through and I'll pick out if I'm in a mood to play with just straight green or whatever. What's up, Dylan?
What's up?
And but this day I just took this column out and put it in the box. So that's what I played this yesterday. I didn't play all of them, but I think they all got played by somebody. But anyway, that's the first 100. Well, let me know what you think. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm spinning my wheels. Is it something you enjoy? You want to see me keep going, or it's just a brief recap, even though it's not incredibly brief. We're at, 22 minutes now? But anyway, I appreciate you watching, and y'all let me know what you think, and hey, we'll see y'all next time.